Ed Sheeran opens up about legal battle and emotional new song Old Phone at surprise Liverpool show. Global music sensation Ed Sheeran, known for chart-topping hits like Thinking Out Loud, Perfect and Shape of You, has recently offered fans an emotional glimpse into one of the most difficult periods of his life. For the first time, the 34-year-old singer-songwriter opened up about the personal toll of his high-profile $100 million copyright lawsuit, a case that threatened not only his reputation but also his love for music itself. At a surprise appearance at a festival in Liverpool, Ed took the stage without any prior announcement, leaving the crowd both shocked and thrilled. But what happened next was even more unexpected. With heartfelt honesty, Ed shared the story behind a brand new song he had just written, Old Phone, which he then performed live for the very first time. The emotional ballad, drenched in nostalgia and pain, wasn't written in a studio or during a planned songwriting session. Instead, it was born from a deeply personal moment during the height of the legal battle, where Sheeran was accused of copying Marvin Gaye's iconic track Let's Get It On in his 2014 hit Thinking Out Loud. After a long and grueling court process, Ed was ultimately cleared of all allegations in 2023. But the damage done emotionally was something he carried with him, until now. During the trial, Ed was forced to hand over his personal electronic devices, including old phones and hard drives, so the opposing lawyers could search through his messages, emails, and media. It was during this process that he turned on an old phone he hadn't looked at in over a decade. What he found shook him to his core. "I switched on a phone that I had not looked at in 10 years, Sheeran told the audience, his voice filled with emotion. And it was like looking into the past. There were conversations with people who had passed away. There were arguments with an ex-girlfriend. There were text messages and pictures from people that I haven't seen or spoken to in 10 years. This unexpected journey into his own history brought on a flood of emotions. Ed found himself reliving moments of love, loss, regret, and growth, all locked away in forgotten messages and photos. That overwhelming experience inspired him to write Old Phone, a hauntingly beautiful song that captures the feeling of reconnecting with the past in a way that's both comforting and heartbreaking. The audience, though initially surprised by his unannounced appearance, quickly fell silent as Ed began performing Old Phone. With just his voice and guitar, he poured his heart out, offering a raw and intimate performance that reminded fans why his music resonates so deeply. Many in the crowd were visibly moved, some with tears in their eyes, as Ed turned a deeply personal pain into a universally relatable piece of art. Fans later flooded social media with praise for the new song and admiration for Ed's vulnerability. "That was one of the most powerful performances I've ever seen," one attendee tweeted. "You could feel the pain and love in every word he sang." For Ed, Old Phone marks more than just a new song, it's a turning point. It's proof that even in the face of stress, public scrutiny, and emotional upheaval, he remains true to himself as a storyteller and artist. This chapter in his life, once filled with anxiety and pressure, has now been transformed into a powerful piece of music that connects with anyone who has ever looked back on their past with both pain and longing. And while the lawsuit may be behind him, the impact it had on Ed Sheeran's life and creative process is now forever etched into a song that was never supposed to happen, but might just be one of his most honest works to date.